I wouldn't say we.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Legion of Nerds. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Brandy.
Today, coming with our second retrospective for Christmas time. Batman Returns. That's right. That's right. 1992. Directed by Tim Burton. Starring Michael Keaton,
Yes.
Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Christopher Walken. That's right. That's right. Music was by Danny Elfman again, which you couldn't go wrong after the first one for sure. It had a budget of 80 million and brought in 266 million at the box office. Of course, the first one was like the fifth highest grossing movie at that time ever.
Yes, sir.
And they wanted a sequel. The studio did.
Do you blame them? They made money.
Hell yeah, they did. Made a lot of money. But
And
of
it was
course,
Batman.
it was Batman. 89 was summer of Batman. Batman. That's right. Burton didn't want nothing to do with it. He had told his Batman story. He thought it was boring, and he was just like, man. But they gave him complete control. Instead of it being a Batman movie, it now became a Tim Burton movie. And that's why most of the movie is centered on the villains. Like, Batman has really no growth throughout the movie.
He's just Batman.
He is. He's just Batman. But the Penguin, Catwoman, and even Shrek have, like, arcs that are better than Batman and Bruce Wayne's in the movie.
Yes, sir.
And that's Burton's influence on it. That was, yeah, after you look at a lot of behind the scenes stuff, it's easy to see Burton and what he wanted to do. At first, the studio wanted the Riddler and the Penguin. Why they tried to go after Robin Williams, but after the Joker fiasco, Robin Williams was like,
Nope, you can do it on your own.
"That's right, jog on."
I'm out this piece.
That's right. When they did settle on the Penguin, though, Danny DeVito was the first choice of everybody. Like, could you, man, yeah. Jack Nicholson told him he needed to do it. Like, they were good friends, and of course, Jack Nicholson made the bank on the first one. So he told him he should go ahead and do that. And Burton wanted to go in it making it like there was no connection. Not none. But didn't want the first one to like bog this one down. So there really is no connection. When you watch it, you get them talking about Vicky Vale.
That's the only reference.
That's right. That's the only part of this whole movie is Vicky Vale that really they talk about from the first one. The events of the first one anyway, you know.
I think that's just because everybody would have thrown a fit wanting to know where Vicky Vale went.
Yeah, right. Well, the original script, Vicky Vale was in it, and they were going to get engaged at the end. It was going to be like this Christmas thing.
But then it had to be about Catwoman.
Yeah. Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer. On to the cast a little bit. Michael Keaton, like, you know, Michael Keaton. He was Batman. He still is Batman. Like, if you listen to him talk, he's Batman. He just played Batman in The Flash not too long ago.
Yes.
Some of my favorite movies, though, growing up was like Mr. Mom and Gung Ho. Like, nobody really talks about Gung Ho, but I really, really do love that movie. It's great. And the Batman movies, of course. Right. And then when you get on later on, I know a lot of people talk about Multiplicity, but I really didn't catch on to that movie. And he did some villain turns in some movies, but it was like Birdman that really brought me back to Michael Keaton. And now I'll watch anything Michael Keaton's in. RoboCop, the RoboCop remake, even though the movie's not great, it's got Michael Keaton in it, so Chuck will watch it.
It's worth watching.
That's right.
Check it out.
The villain in Spider-Man Homecoming, of course, he was the Vulture. And man, did he play that part great. The scene with him and Peter in the car
Yes.
after he had realized that Peter was Spider-Man. Yeah, no, straight villain. Villain dad. That's right. What about you? What about Michael Keaton for you? What's he to you?
Beetlejuice and Jack Frost.
Oh, Jack Frost. That's right. He was Jack Frost. That's right. Beetlejuice.
And of course, Vulture.
Yeah. Both Beetlejuices. Danny DeVito. Like, Danny DeVito been around forever. Like, as a kid, I watched Taxi, but I didn't know Danny DeVito, and I was a little kid, so I didn't really pay much attention. Like,
Right.
it was really later on in life that I was probably 10, 11. Twins is probably where I really started paying attention to Danny DeVito, because I'm Arnold. Right? Twins and Junior are two of my favorite Danny DeVito movies, and I know there are plenty other Danny DeVito movies, but
Throw
those
Mama
two.
from the Train and Matilda.
Throw Mama from the Train. Yes, Throw Mama from the Train. That's great. Matilda, I have not seen.
We'll have to rectify that.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about that.
And he was in Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks.
Like,
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever watched it.
I've seen a couple episodes, but we need to watch it.
When he came in, it was like a whole different show. Like, he became a whole different monster with Danny DeVito. Yeah. There's so much. There's so many.
Like, I could keep going.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer. Catwoman.
There's not much else I remember her for, unfortunately. I know that there are other roles that she has played.
What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford.
Yes. I love that movie.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
But doesn't come to my brain when I think Michelle Pfeiffer.
What does? Anything?
Batman Returns.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's why I was like
understand that.
Catwoman.
Yes. I just meant other than Catwoman.
Yes, I know she's had other roles, but this is what comes to my brain when I think of Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes, and now she's the original Wasp in the MCU,
Yes.
which I love. I fucking love. And Christopher Walken. Like,
Everything he has ever done.
rumors are Tim Burton didn't want to cast him because he was scared of him. Because Christopher Walken scared him.
I mean, I get it.
Well, he formed this relationship in this one and went on and cast him in Sleepy Hollow.
Yes.
I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan, but Sleepy Hollow, thumbs up. The cast for this movie is fantastic. You can't go wrong with any of them, to be honest. I mean, I did want Billy D. Williams back as Harvey Dent to do the Two-Face thing, but they went a different route, which is fine. Like, we did. Yeah, right. We did get Two-Face in Lego Batman with Billy D. Williams voicing.
Yes.
So it's not too bad of a trade-off there. Do you remember the first time you watched this movie? Or can you tell me how you came to this movie?
All right, so it was one of those nights that I was supposed to be in bed. And Mom and Dad were up doing their thing and it was playing on the TV and I was hiding behind the couch watching it. I was 6.
Yeah, that's great.
Did not regret it that night. Did regret it the next day.
Why?
Because I didn't sleep well.
Yeah.
Like, I stayed up all night.
Did it scare you? Like,
It didn't scare me, but it was a lot.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, it was dark.
yes.
Like, it was a lot darker. To me, it was a lot darker than the first movie. But that don't make it worse. Like, there was, like, the controversy about it being too dark and the McDonald's toys
Yes.
and the parents and all that. I really don't want to go into all that. But it is part of Batman Returns. And it was a little controversy, it being too dark. And they said that they were pandering to kids with it. It was PG-13, so I don't know what else to tell them. Like, it told them right there on the damn poster
On the
13 and up.
VHS case.
13, that's right. Just because they had penguin toys at McDonald's set up to go, don't make it. And it was not, I don't care. It wasn't too. Look at the movies we make today, and I know that was a different time. But come on, y'all. Pull the panties out. Come on, y'all. It was, again, the summer of Batman again in 1992 for me. Batman was back. And I do remember going and seeing it, but I did not, as a kid, as I was 14 at the time, didn't like this one as much as the first one. And the first one it still is my favorite to this day of these movies. Michael Keaton is Batman. But we watched it again today, and it's definitely, even when it went off, I looked at her and was like, this one gets better every time I watch it. Like, better and better every time I watch it. And I don't know if that's with age, or I see more, or what's going on, but it does get better. Like, every time I watch it, it seems to get better. And I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan, but I am a big Batman fan.
No, not at all.
Yeah. All right, you want to get into some plot details? Well, with this one, we start off like 33 years before the events of the movie, because Tim Burton always leaves the actual date out, so the movies are timeless. Yes. So you don't know what time. So 33 years before the events, we get Pee Wee Herman as Oswald's dad.
Yeah, we do.
And throwback to the old 60s Batman, the 60s Penguin. He's wearing the monocle and he's got the cigarette. And that was cool. They originally tried to get Burgess Meredith to be in this. And if I'm not mistaken, they had him signed. But some kind of sickness. Like, he had to back out because of that. And they got, of course, Paul Rubens. The mother is also I just lost her name. The woman from Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Like, it's like the Pee Wee's Big Adventure reunion is the parents.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And she's having issues giving birth, and then you can hear everybody screaming. Even the dad goes in there screaming. And move on. They got him in a cage, like, and then the duck. And that's where his fascination with the duck came. Like, yes. Later on, he's got the big duck, motorized duck or whatever.
Who would not want a duck boat? Like, duck ride.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Not a duck boat.
I hell with them things. Like, also, like, pretty much murders the family cat, which is pretty much foreshadowing to what's coming with Catwoman.
Right.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
This whole movie is foreshadowing.
It is, all the way. But yeah, the parents can't take it. So they put him in the stroller, and then they take him off in the middle of some snowstorm out to the park. And they pass these other parents that have a kid and everything. And it'd be nice if that was like the Waynes. And what it is their whole setup. Their black clothes, the black buggy. Like, the other family's wearing lighter clothes and a white buggy. Like, it's just offsetting, Then they dump him into the water, and he ends up down there with the penguins or whatever, which is wild.
Kind of cold, y'all.
Right. And then it does skip 33 years later, and we get to Mr. Max Schreck, Christopher Walken, who plays the character. Look, all the villains in this movie are some kind of reflection of Bruce. Max Shrek is the businessman aspect of Bruce, and what would happen if he could, what if Bruce went evil? That's what this is. Selena Kyle and Catwoman is what if, Batman, that side of him
Was a criminal.
was a criminal.
Not just evil, but a criminal.
That's right. And the Penguin is
what if he ran
the rich
off?
family. No, the rich family. He come from a rich family, and what if it was different? Like, and he could have been evil that way. So it's like 3 different aspects of Bruce, and they did that on purpose. They talk about it, but you get to see 3 different aspects of Bruce, villainous aspects that Bruce could have become, and Max Shrek is the first one. Crazy ass Max Shrek. And he's giving a speech, and the Penguin's gang comes in and blows some stuff up. Batman shows up, kills some people.
Yes. Because Batman kills people, y'all.
That's right. And this one, like, he strapped dynamite to the one dude, put him in the hole, and
Just walked off like.
yeah. Like, we don't know if the dude in the devil suit that got hit with the afterburner died, but he was in complete flames. Like,
He was in excruciating pain.
I'm sure.
Ow.
That's right. But Penguin gets a hold of Shrek and kidnaps him, and now he's making him work with him, like, blackmailing him and stuff. And so they get this little setup thing where Oswald's gonna reemerge in front of the city. And,
Yes.
like, the gang member kidnapped the mayor's son, and here comes the Penguin to the rescue.
Oh no, not the. I don't remember what he said.
This is a deformed penguin man or something like that.
Scary penguin man.
That's right. That's right. Please don't hurt me. And he does reemerge and says he wants to figure out who his parents are.
And he does.
That's right. But no, I think he already knew. Look, I'm theory time for Legion of Nerds. I think Oswald's the one that killed his parents. Like, he had already found out, like, before the events of this movie. Like, the reason they were in the ground in the cemetery
It's because he killed him.
because he killed them for what they did to him. Like, I don't know that for a fact, but that's what I believe in my head canon. Like, that's how it goes for me. Because he's never looking for his parents. He's always in the Hall of Records jotting down firstborn sons. That's all he's doing when he's in the Hall of Records.
Right.
Is figuring out the firstborn of Gotham.
All of the firstborns.
That's right. And Bruce, of course, doesn't trust at all.
Do you blame him?
No, but he's a stalker. He was stalking him. And then Oswald reveals his birth parents' name. And
Blah, blah, blah.
that's right. That's right.
It's not blah, blah, blah. But
Right. And ends up like winning the hearts of Gotham and tries to run for mayor. Then Shrek tries to kill Selena. And like she becomes Catwoman. And I don't know how that all happens or works. If, like, cats brought her back, or if she didn't die really, or or if the cat god Bass
I was
came
saying Bass
down.
brought her back, and she's her avatar.
You think so? You think
So
that's
it
how
is.
that's your head canon?
Yes.
Like, seriously, like, yeah.
That
Like,
cat was eating her finger. I
well,
don't care who you are. He was eating her finger.
but that's fine with me. I'm down with that. I just don't know because they never explained it. That's all. I'm down with any if they want,
Give us an actual explanation that's canon.
Right. And then, like, she goes home and destroys her apartment or whatever, knocks the sign down from hello there to hell here, makes her S&M bondage suit.
That, oh my goodness.
Although I heard in the original script the bondage thing was more prevalent. Like the whole thing was.
I believe it.
Like the whole suit. I mean, we still got the whip, and Michelle Pfeiffer was very proficient. Like she could really use the whip. Like I don't know if she knew from beforehand or if she trained, but like she was really taking off the heads of the mannequins and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Right? That's fucking great. When we were watching it this time, I said it out loud, and I really do believe this. It's one of the best introductions
To Catwoman.
to a character, not just Catwoman, to any character in any movie. When she comes like somersaulting, back flipping out, and it says meow, and it blows up behind her.
Meow.
Man, it don't get no better than that. Like, fucking fantastic.
Yes.
And like, Bruce looks back and she's gone, climbing up the building, and Penguin's like, I saw her first, and pulls out his damn motherfucking helicopter umbrella. I can't even believe that they even pulled that out, but they did.
And he said, I'm out this piece.
That's
y'all.
right. They were like, fuck physics, we're just doing this.
It needs physics. This is Batman.
That's right. They was like, fuck the physics, let's just make him fly with the umbrella. She's hiding, and the Penguin like goes over her, and she goes after Bruce, because she's really there for Batman.
Yes.
She don't care about the Penguin. Her and Bruce have it out. Digging the claw in was like really digging her claws in. Like she did it physically, emotionally, like in his head too, like mentally. Yeah. Like he was very, very infatuated.
Yes.
She ends up in the cat litter or whatever, the kitty litter. This is when Catwoman goes to Penguin and proposes they frame Batman for all this blah blah blah. And somehow Penguin's got the schematics to the Batmobile.
Right? I guess Alfred must have flushed them. He did let Vicky into the Batcave.
I know he let Vicky in the Batcave, but he shouldn't. I still don't understand where they got it all. But that's all right. I'm gonna let it pass because it's just the movies. So the Penguin tells the mayor that he's got to get the tree relit. Penguin and Catwoman are gonna frame Batman, like for kidnapping. Like the Penguin in his head, I figure he's already going to frame him for murder. He's just lying to Catwoman to get her to do
Oh
it,
yes.
And they kidnap the Snow or Ice Queen or whatever it is.
Ice Princess.
Ice Princess, that's right.
She is the Ice Princess.
And when Batman gets there to save her, like there's Selena. As Catwoman, of course, and they fight it out and everything, and go outside, and the Penguin ends up opening an umbrella with bats, and Batman tries to save her, but it's too late, and everybody sees Batman up there with the bats.
And they think he pushed her.
That's right, and then when they turn the lights on and all that, bats come out the trees and all that, so of course everybody thinks Batman's like
A villain now.
Yeah, they done went too far, Batman.
Mind you, the Red Triangle gang back here is messing with the Batmobile.
Yes. Yeah, they done like put some kind of
Transmitter.
wireless transmitter so the Penguin can ride in his Batmobile.
Toy and control it like a remote control car.
If there was any part of this movie that I thought was really, 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 really ridiculous,
It was that.
it was the Penguin sitting in the Batmobile playing that game. It really looked ridiculous. Played out ridiculous. Tim Burton. That didn't hurt the overall movie for me, but that was really ridiculous.
Yes. That was all.
I mean,
I don't know.
for me it was.
I was just going to say, I feel like it's the most fun Danny DeVito had in the making this movie.
Oh, I'm sure he had. It looked like he was having a blast.
Like,
He did. It did. It looked like he was having all kinds of a blast.
till he wasn't.
That's right. And then Penguin's got control of the car and running people over, running the cops over, doing
Crashing through
cars.
traffic.
That's right. Messing everything up. And then the cops get behind him and he gets control. But he shrinks it down.
Living
That's
space.
right. He shrinks it down. And from what I understand, that's where Christopher Nolan, got the idea of the Bat Cycle for his Dark Knight trilogy. And I think it was The Dark Knight where they introduced it, where it just shoots out of the Batmobile or whatever. While Penguin has got the car and messing it around, Bruce records the audio from what the Penguin is saying. And then the next day plays it at his mayor
Rally.
Yeah, his mayor rally, old Cobblepot rally.
Good thing for signal jammers that he's placed all over town.
Yeah, I know, right? It's Batman, though. What do you expect? Yeah, he's prepared. But plays the audio from the... And everybody turns on him. So then he decides he's going to kidnap and kill all the firstborn sons of Gotham. And then we find out that this is really...
What his plan was the whole time.
That's right. His plan was the whole time. What he was doing in the records room, all that was him. He was gonna do this the whole time. No matter if he won mayor, no matter what happened.
Firstborn sons of Gotham were going to die.
That's right. That's right.
Miserable death.
That's right. Motherfucker. That's right. So then Bruce and this is the dance, the ball. Selena and Bruce, and this is when they realize that each other is each other, right? This is when they realize that
Yes.
Bruce realizes that Selena's Catwoman, and Selena realizes that Bruce is Batman.
Because mistletoe is deadly if you eat it.
That's right, mistletoe. Because of the mistletoe.
So is a kiss if you mean it.
That's right. That's right.
Or a kiss can be too if you mean it.
And then the storm, and then Penguin storms the party.
Yeah, he comes crashing in.
Yeah. And wants to take Max's son with him, right?
Max convinces him to take
Take
him.
him. That's right. That's right.
Max is like, it's not him you're actually mad at, it's me. You want me to suffer, take me. Okay.
That's right. That's
You're right.
So yeah, because they take Max, he takes Max and puts him in the
Cage.
cage, and then sends his penguins to blow up the city. And then here's the jammers you were talking about again. They get the penguins to turn around and go back. Batman and the penguin face off, and he gets swarmed with a flock of bats. And he falls through, but from what I understand, it's not the fall that kills him, but that bile that was coming up was some kind of
Stomach infection or something.
yeah, and it just taking hold, and that was something that just really they passed over in the movie.
Plotline they didn't explore.
Right. And then that's when Batman comes and Catwoman's about to kill Shrek, and he takes off the mask, and yeah, that's when Shrek's like, Bruce Wayne, why are you just like Batman?
Because he is Batman, you idiot.
You moron.
Moron.
That's right. One of the best lines in the whole movie next to
Does this mean we have to fight now?
yeah, oh God, does this mean we have to fight now? When they find out who each other actually are? That's right. But it doesn't stop her. She kills Shrek and all that stuff.
But does she die too?
Oh, no. I mean, yes. She died, her life, that was like one of her lives gone or whatever. But she's still alive.
She got one more. She gonna save it for next Christmas.
the studio had planned on doing Catwoman movies after this,
That would have been awesome.
but they wanted to. That's why the movie ends with her looking at the bat and her, she's still alive and blah blah blah, because they wanted to continue her character as well. Yeah, in her own series. Before there was connected universes and all that, they were trying to do it then.
And then Bruce thinks he sees her shadow, of course.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he did see her shadow, but then he takes the kitty cat home.
Right. And it does end with him in the car and Alfred and
Her looking at the bat signal.
yes.
Right. And it's a fantastic movie, beginning to end.
It is. It really is great.
I want to kind of touch on that suit a little bit because I don't blame Michelle Pfeiffer for not wanting to put it on. They had to vacuum her into it.
Yes.
And that would not have been comfortable, and it would have been impossible to breathe.
How many? They said they had like 60 of them.
60 of them, and they were $1,000 a piece.
That's right.
And she kept tearing them, which
Yeah.
was a problem because they were $1,000 a piece.
That's right. Woo. Man. And Michelle Pfeiffer wasn't even originally cast as Catwoman. It was Annette Bening. And then Annette Bening got pregnant. If I'm not mistaken, she's married to Warren Beatty. And I think her and Warren Beatty were having a kid is what happened, of course.
I can see that.
So she had to back out, and Michelle Pfeiffer got the role. But now it's always associated with Michelle Pfeiffer. Like, to this day, people talk about Catwoman, and it's Michelle Pfeiffer. And I really don't like the Halle Berry one. With Burton in control, there was no bunch of Prince music.
Give me my Danny Elfman.
It was, yeah, and I think there was actually one song throughout the whole movie, like Song on the soundtrack, and it played during the credits, I think.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite part? Or do you have a favorite part?
My favorite part is whenever they're under the mistletoe at the party. And do we have to fight? Does this mean we have to fight now?
Yes.
Like, yes, that is my favorite part.
It definitely is probably the funniest part, because I want my favorite part to be like the opening fights where he's fighting the gang. I'm not one of these people that's hung up on Batman doesn't kill. Like, if this is the universe that the rules that they've set up, then so be it. But don't come at me with Batman don't kill, and then he's killing everybody. Like,
Can't have it both ways.
But yeah, probably where they introduce where he puts the flame on the one dude and blows the one dude up with the dynamite and all that, saves Selena.
Yes.
Yeah. So, the opening where Batman don't even talk for like 20 minutes. Like,
He's just there.
yeah, Michael Keaton don't say nothing for like 20 minutes. He just whoops ass.
That's all his presence is needed for.
Yeah. And badassness whenever they turn on the bat signal and it shines down into his house through the mirrors, and he's just sitting there and it's blah. I don't care. That's badass all day. So you got a grade?
Probably be a B plus.
B plus?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a B. Like I said, it does keep getting better as I watch it, but it's still not 89 Batman for me, and it does begin the trope of multiple villains, because here's where the multiple villain trope starts. Like in the next one, there's 2, and then the next one after that, there's 3. And even through Nolan's, there's multiple villains.
Yes.
Hell, even in Matt Reeves, we get the Riddler and Joker. And So, this is the one that started all of that. And I give it its due, because not all movies can pull off multiple villains.
No.
But this one does it flawlessly, in my opinion, the way that they pull off all the villains. But it's because they focused on the villains. and left Batman alone because we all knew Batman. That's how I look at it anyway.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Everybody needs to watch this every year for Christmas.
That's right. Like I said, this is the second movie we've done this year for Christmas.
I've been down here.
We still have
long.
2 more weeks, 2 more Christmas movies to
It's
do,
time
y'all.
for me.
Alrighty then. If you like what we do here, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you get all the nerdy goodness. I've been Chuck.
I've been Brandy.
We've been the Legion of Nerds. Y'all don't have too much fun.
Meow.